I was talking to your friend Suzanne, and she brought up that I needed to ask you about the lighthearted moments surrounding your dad's passing. And I, when she said that, I had to ask her to you repeat herself, but that is a thing.
Yeah. Well, my dad, okay, was a character. And at some point, he had a heart attack. He went into the hospital, and it was clear that he was not going to make it. And, you know, they said, Cheryl, you need to come out here because we're gonna, you know, stop doing this one thing that was really keeping him alive. And so my two brothers and my sister and I, we were there in the hospital room, and we're around the bed. We're like, Dad, I love you so much. And, you know, we thought within hours it would, well, at that point we thought within minutes that we were like, okay, we all love you. And he said, thank you. And we're sitting there and time is ticking by, and it's like, okay, I don't know how long we're gonna sit here, but okay. And now it's like hours. And then at some point we're all just kind of like nodding off, and then my dad opens his eyes and he's like, he said, why am I the only one with my goddamn eyes open? When is this supposed to happen? And we're like, oh my God. And he goes, I'm ready to go. And we're like, no, we're doing, you know, we're here. I was like, all right. And then he'd close his eyes, and then we're all like, okay. And now now a day has gone by, and now it's the next day, and we're watching the thing go up and down, and then we're like, let's just go sit in the waiting area for a second and just like regroup. Like, he's ready to go, and the nurse was like, this is good, because sometimes people need to be alone, and so we're in there for hours. And then at some point the nurse says, you guys, if you want to come back in and say your final goodbyes, because I think this is really it. And we're like, okay, we kind of have said it all, but we'll go back in. We go back in, and Dad, we love you. And then, you know, he closes his eyes, and then it's like, and he's like, damn it. We're like, oh, still hanging in there, Dad. And it was just a weekend of Dad just trying to pass peacefully, and so angry every time he realized he was still alive. We were just like, what is happening? So it was it was an interesting moment in life and death that he did pass. And it was, you know, an experience that we all shared, but just his anger was hilarious.
What do you think you learned from each of your parents?
Well, my dad was funny. He was a bit of a dreamer.
How so?
He always had an idea. Well, for instance, one year he bought a van and like 3 mopeds. And I'm not sure exactly what the plan was, but somehow that was going to turn into a huge business. It didn't. He did not seem to sweat the big things, which sometimes need a little sweat. But I like that he was always up for a good time, and like enjoyed the people around him, and really, you know, just didn't expect too much. My mom, oh my God, my mom's she likes to have fun. And she'll tell me ridiculous things like, now, when you walk into the party, frame yourself in the doorway and wait till everyone takes you in, and then just drop your sweater so they can take in your dress, and then enter the room. It's like, okay. But she likes to, she's a good time. She has a good time.